It's a little early for my video today. Usually I do them late at night, like right before I go to bed. But I just finished class, Dan Martin's weekly uh, class, and so I'm feeling a little inspired, sort of. Um, the class was about fear and tackling your fears, which I think I've said in earlier videos. I'm a firm believer in doing the thing that you're scared of first. So I figured I would go ahead and just do this video and get it out there and post it before I change my mind. Um, we discussed in class tonight along the topics of tackling your fears and don't let your fear stop you from doing the thing that you really want to do. Um, and we were discussing the book, and the author escapes me. The name of the book, I took notes on it somewhere, but the name of the book is The One Thing. And there's a question posed about what is the one thing that you could do. Now I wrote that down because I have to read it. What is the one thing I can do such that by doing it, all other things will be easier or unnecessary? And then the book discusses putting, you know, what is the one thing I can do about my health that by doing so, all other things will become easier or unnecessary. So it got me thinking about why I started taking business classes, why I started wanted to go back and get educated. I mean, I'm always getting educated. I'm a teacher. One, you have to, or at least you did when I started. That's not necessarily a requirement anymore. Um, you don't get recertified by continuing education classes, although you can, but that is not necessarily the way. I've been doing this long enough that I got grandfathered into that system, but that's not necessarily the way you continue your recertification as a teacher anymore. Um, but I'm a firm believer in just always learning things. Like if you're not learning, you're dead. And I talk about that in one of my previous videos too. If you're not learning, you might as well be dead. Uh, but getting off track. So years ago, I had a plan. Um, and one of the things in my plan was I wanted to start my own theater. I wanted to have my own youth theater that's attached to a school, not part of a school, because there are a lot of rules to follow when you are part of a school. But and those have only gotten more and more complicated. But this was my plan that would be part of a school that would train young people using the arts in business, in mathematics, in English, in marketing, in construction, in all of the things that you have to do in theater. And if you're in theater, you know we do everything, not as individuals, but the entire system of theater encompasses everything that you need coming out of a school. Like you could build an entire school curriculum around theater. You could do chemistry, you could do math, you could do physics, you could do history. You certainly can do English. You can do construction, you can do programming. Now, as technology moves forward, so does theater. Um, art, music, all of it. We have all of it. So I wanted to have a theater program that was educational and professional, but not necessarily part of a school program. So my goal was eventually to go back to school and get a business degree, so I knew how to do that. And I have a master's in management for nonprofits. It made me a better employee, but I was where I wanted to be in my field because I got really the school where that was the school where I am now. The job that I have now was my dream job when I took it. 100% my dream job. I don't want to say it's not that it's not still my dream job. I just have new dreams. Uh, and I want that to be a part of it. I want to build on that. So I'm taking these classes, um, and I want to encourage you. I want to encourage everyone. You don't have to be afraid of that bigger dream. It's not. It's not a giving up on the thing that you've already done. It's building on the things you've already done, and I think people forget that. Like if you leave that dream, or if you move on from that dream, that somehow you are betraying that dream. That's not the case at all. There's so much possibility in building on those dreams. And if you don't, then you stop learning and you die. You maybe not physically, but you stop growing as a person and life stops being satisfying and you stop going places. You stop trying new things if you're just repeating the same steps over and over again. So that is kind of where I landed after my class tonight. So thank you, Dan. It really was quite an amazing class tonight. We did not do the normal things that we do. We talked about a book, but it wasn't like we usually do book recommendations and tools for uh, programming tools and more mechanics of it. But I think everybody kind of needed the class that he had tonight, and it was primo. So for those of you who are in the program, go back and look it up. It's in the archive. Um, and anybody else who's interested, then let me know, because it was good. It was really good. Um, Again, these are getting longer and longer. I apologize. Thank you for giving me 7.5 minutes of your time, and have a great night.